Hello, bestie. It's Sukoko, your divine oracle. I hope you're doing so well. I've been channeling this message for the last couple of days, really tuning into it, and I've been really picking up this is a very specific message. So if this does not resonate with you, this is not the message for you. But if what I'm saying resonates, just know this is for you. So you have been feeling like people are staring at you. This energy of like it just feels as if you're being watched or like being noticed. And a confirmation for the people watching, like for some of the collective, it's out of nowhere, but for the majority of the collective, you have been doing something. It could be spiritual healing work, or you could be on your glow up journey. Like I'm really picking up an energy of like somebody who's really locking into their fitness or starting to eat a lot more healthy, cutting out a lot of processed foods, or even like a new skincare journey, some sort of glow up, changing your hair. There is some sort of transformation occurring, and it is like shifting the cosmic scale in your favor, where attention is now suddenly on you, and there it's like the small affecting like the butterfly effect. It's like all of a sudden these small little changes or these things that might have felt insignificant are having a much bigger effect, and it's very much like whatever resonates with you, God, spirit, the universe. I kind of use it interchangeably, but I just go with what resonates in the moment. But like I want to say the energy coming forward is God's, like the eyes of God are on you. And what does that really mean? It's all of a sudden like you're noticing, and I'm getting and picking up the energy of like there has been a period of your life where recently you felt like invisible, not being seen. Like what I'm really feeling is like you could be at like the grocery store and you're like looking at stuff in the aisle, and like there's like this much room in front of you, and somebody tries to like walk in front of you. It's like I'm right here, but all of a sudden now you're in the grocery store and you can like you see, you know what I mean, like you know when somebody's like looking at you and like you can see them out of the corner of your eye, and then you look and they instantly turn like look away, and they're like, oh, they were looking at you, honey. That's been happening a lot more. That has been happening a lot. And you can't put your finger on it because you still feel the same. And it's like this energy I'm hearing is this beautiful interview Lizzo did, and she was talking about fame. And she was saying in the interview, it's like fame is weird. She's like, get your coin, get your money, get rich, beautiful. But you don't want to get famous because fame is you stay the same, but everything around you changes, including the people. And it was so sad, like just hearing that. But I don't want to like linger too much in the sadness because there is an energy of everything around you is changing, but you still feel like you're the same person you were. You always were. And that may not be the case. And it's like there is something about you that is like magnetically calling attention to you. And it could be because like I'm really really picking up on the fact that the collective I'm speaking to right now, you guys are healers, and for a very long time like you were able to heal the people that were able to see your magic, but so few people were willing to see your magic. And it's like the people and the friends that you had, they like the connections were like they would have a moment of epiphany to be like, wow, like you're such a good listener, or like you're so good, like I've never been able to speak to anyone else like this. That's the energy that I'm picking up on, is that you're able to have like these very very deep insights because you spend a lot of time in your internal world, that you have delved into your shadow and you've done the work, and you've like, you know what I mean, like lived among the shadow. But then for some reason, like the world, like maybe it was necessary because it's like while you were doing the shadow work, you were like almost like in a place of camouflage that you weren't being seen by the outside world. And now that you're starting to begin your emergence and you're able to kind of like step forward as this more healed, I'm not saying you're completely healed, but there's like this more complete version of yourself. All of a sudden people are looking at you and they're noticing it, and they're just kind of like, oh, like who's that? Like there is definite like interest. There is like this is a Sioux language word, hodification. There's like a hodification happening with you. And it's like there are people who are looking at you because it's like, wow, they're like there's something so attractive about you right now. And it's different for every person. It could just be this, your inner light is radiating and it's beautiful. But for a lot of people, bestie, they're looking at you and they're like, what's that, like hungry eyes? They're just like, ooh, who dat? Like, oh, hey, like, where have you been? Like, oh, whoa, like, that's the energy coming forward. So, I mean, the glow up is, your glow up is glowing up. So let me pull some confirmation cards as we like kind of jump into this message. Oh, one thing I did want to say for confirmation is because the eyes of the world are on you. If you've been like, you know how when you walk into a room and you're like, what was I doing? Like, why am I here? Well, I came to get something. What? Like, you've been experiencing a lot of that. And it's like, you've been, you know what I mean? Like, I'm experiencing it now. Where it's like, you go to do something and you're like, wait, what was I doing here? What am I doing? And it's like, where's my phone? And your phone is in your hand. That kind of energy of just like being a little bit like scatterbrained. Or you catch yourself and you're like, how did I get here? Like, what am I doing here? And the reason why you're feeling that is you're kind of like, it's like you're changing the channel. Like, spiritually. Like, if you co-sign the belief of like the multiverse theory of like you being able to kind of like shift into the reality of like you being a billionaire, you being with your soulmate, you being whatever it could be, right? You're shifting into that reality. So in those moments, it's like turning the dial of you shifting, and then you're like, where was I? Like, what am I doing here? When you were so like, you think you're in your daydream, but you're actually shifting realities. That is what's happening, and that's what's going on. So let that be a confirmation. If you're just like, oh, like, you're shifting into those realities. So I think you need to be really, really focused internally. There's nothing you need to do externally that I'm picking up on. There's no energy here of you having to be like, oh, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like, do this. If you're like an influencer, post 10 more videos. There's not that. It's, you need to just keep doing what you're doing, but internally, like, hope and wish for the best. If you know what I mean? If you like write down your manifestations or even speak them out, this is the time for you to step up, speak them out. This is what I want. So, ooh, this card did not want to come out. Oh my god. Okay. There is an ancestral energy coming forward. So you have a lot of, however this resonates. So just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, you can leave it. But ancestrally, there's like ancestors rooting for you, cheering you on. And it's like this energy of righting the wrongs of the past. And it's like, you could be somebody who like looks into your family history or looks into your family tree, and there could have been a lot of like oppression or realities where it's like, if you're a person of color or if you're female, we understand that the world has not been good to people who are different. And especially, you know what I mean? Like 100 years ago, if you were a person of color or if you were a woman, life was very different than it is now. Your autonomy, your sense of being able to do whatever it is that you want to do, especially in North American countries, wherever you're watching it from. There's this energy coming forward of like these lives your ancestors were unfulfilled. It's like finally now, from the other side, they're cheering you on, rooting you on, so you can live in an existence and with potential and potentialities that they could have never even imagined for themselves. Where you are right now at this precipice of being able to just expand. I just see like a tree with really, really deep roots, but you are the branches and you're blooming. Like the dream of the roots are just like you being able to like, you know, spread your branches and like go to such deeper areas that you're able to go places and be in rooms your ancestors could have only like it would have been a fever dream for them. And so there is an energy of like from the other side being rooted on, being rooted for, and this sense of like they're giving you this push. They're giving you this encouragement that like they want you to dream bigger. They want you to wish for more, to wish for the biggest thing you could wish for, because it's like they got your back. They're here cheering you on, and they want to undo the wrongs of the past and undo the wrongs you have experienced. Where I'm with the energy of you being like feeling invisible, there were times when it just felt as if like you were overlooked for, like blessings and for like prosperity. You saw other people kind of getting their flowers, but it was never your turn. And now you're entering a place where it's like people look to you first, and it's like, oh, what about you? Like you're being called out in a sense, but you're being like very, very like noticed. And there is this energy of like you being able to like live out the dreams that went unfulfilled. And it's like almost, it's not like an obligation where it's like the magic of it is that you have the potential to go and do and be anything it is you wish to be, where there is so much encouragement from the other side that it's just like, like there's nothing you can do wrong, where it's like your wishes and your desires, there's such a like beautiful like nurturing energy that like they want you to do well and to succeed and get everything that it is you want, that it's like all you got to do is ask. Because it's like very much so like this energy of like, like we struggled so you don't have to, if you get what I mean. All right, so let's lock in. Let's pull some cards. Let's get some messages. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we've got the Tower. So you are somebody who has undergone a spiritual tower moment. It could even be like a tower moment. Sorry, I'm just going to use a drink. But what's coming forward is this energy of like a destruction of like an old life, of a destruction of old beliefs. And the most beautiful way I interpret the Tower is like this energy of like whatever doesn't bend breaks. Those beliefs and those mental structures that are so rigid, there's no leeway, there's no room for bend, there's no room for criticism. Those are the things that break. But that which is flexible and is able to endure criticism, those are the things that do not break. They're able to be flexible and bend and move in a way that they adapt. But whatever is like too rigid, it's almost as if it's like once the pressure becomes too much, there's no leeway. That's when we encounter these tower moments. So this is something coming forward from your past, and it's like this is what has given you the strength to be here now. It's like you're finally able to, like for a lot of us that do like a lot of self-care, it came from a period of not being able to even like, provide the basic care for ourselves, and undergoing a tower moment where we see our own value. And it's like a lot of people could say, oh, like you have such, you know what I mean? Like you do all this vanity stuff, and it's like, oh, you like do all this stuff for your clothes and your hair and your skin and blah, blah, blah. Like that's so vain of you. But it's like, that is self-care. That is me showing up for myself and loving myself. And that is what I'm feeling for everybody who's watching this that's on that kind of journey. That this is a time for you of like upgrade, of you are seeing yourself in a much better light, and you are seeing your own value in the here and now. It's a rebuilding of the foundation that, like, this has been the foundation you're building for yourself. I'm really picking up this energy of, like, maybe, like, your caretakers, they might have, like, put you down and been like, who do you think you are? Oh, you're not good enough. And you've come to a realization, I am good enough. I am talented. I'm smart. I am capable. And you are allowing yourself, like, you're being the person that you're, like, when you were a kid, the person you never had, you're being that person. And in a way, you're healing your inner child. These wounds of, like, this feeling you felt of never being good enough, never being picked, and, like, being like, yeah, not being picked or seen by like a parental figure or like friends or in a relationship. And now you're in a place where you pick yourself. By healing your that inner wound child, like inner child wound, it's like some of us go through these cycles of like, oh, I'm never picked, or like I don't know, I saw like pick me came, but it's like that pick me energy comes from a place of like deep insecurity of never being picked, or of feeling as if like, why not me? But it's like that ends when you choose yourself. When you say, I'm never going to be alone because I've got me. I choose me, inner child. I choose me. I'm here for you, baby. Let's go. Like, I'm going to nurture and foster and cultivate my own inner beauty. And I've said this before in other videos, but I'm just going to say it again now. For those of you who are on a journey healing your inner child, the best thing that I can recommend for you to do, next time you're in front of a mirror, close your eyes and imagine yourself, like just see your 5-year-old self. See them and how they were just so full of light, how they were full of curiosity, wonder, playfulness. See that little 5-year-old, and then open your eyes and see that reflected in you in the here and now. And now, everything you do, I know for a lot of us, for a lot of my healers in this collective, and baby, you are a healer. It is so easy for you to heal everybody else, but you do not heal yourself. You don't feel like you're worth it. You don't feel like you have the time. You don't feel like whatever it may be, you're not worth it. No. And this way, when you do this practice of like honoring your inner child, whenever you do these healing practices, whenever you allow yourself to play, whenever you do your beauty routine, skincare routine, dress well, it is in a way to honor your inner child. So it makes it easier for us because you're like, oh, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for my inner child. And you're like almost doing it for another person, but you are doing it for yourself. And by you choosing your inner child, you're never ever going to be in that position of like feeling as if you were abandoned, feeling as if you were left behind, you were never chosen. Because guess what? You have chosen yourself in this situation. You are pouring back into your cup. You're no longer giving away to everybody else. And when you're coming from that place, your attention is like water to a man dehydrated in the desert. Understand that. That is why all of a sudden you're getting this attention. It's because you're in a place now where you're kind of like pouring back into yourself, where you're starting to cultivate yourself. And the more you are allowing yourself to drink deeply from this place, the more of a foundation you built. And honey, the 3 cards we just pulled are all major arcana. So these are powerhouse forces in your life right now. So you are in a very, very pivotal, transformative time in your life. We've got the Tower, we've got the Emperor talking about stability, and we've got Temperance, which is pouring into yourself and kind of like refining your spiritual energy to a higher place, a higher essence, a higher vibration. Finding balance with the inner and outer world, and finding a way to kind of like heal yourself, healing within healing. All right, I want to just pull some more. Ooh. And by doing this work, you're able to really come together. Pardon me. Confirmation burp, excuse me. We've got the Empress and the King of Wands. The Empress, you're entering a phase where it's like your deepest desires are being met. And that being paired with the King of Wands, there's this very warm energy of like being the ruler of your kingdom. And what that entails could be that you have this very, very warm aura that is very magnetic to those around you. That literally people are coming out of the woodwork, seeing that you are the Empress and like almost bowing at your feet to deliver gifts upon you. So tap in, and it's almost like very like counterintuitive message of like, maybe it's time for you to be more selfish, for you to not to no longer give up on yourself. And there's a very, very strong force coming forward of experiencing pain, and that is allowing you, and you've been in a place of reflection and contemplation and being able to kind of like dissect and do the shadow work. But from that, there has been an incredible transformation. There's been such healing. But a transformation as well of you no longer like relying or feeling on needing like validation in a sense, or like validation from what you used to get validation from. And this is feeling very like external, because it's like, in a way, you're now in a place where you validate yourself, where the only approval you need is from yourself. And now you're able to openly like receive from a heart space, because you're the one in control and in power. That you now are able to like do the shadow work, charge it, and you are somebody who is now no longer afraid to look at the darker parts of yourself and like dissect what it means. You're almost like emotionally detached, and you can see things for what they are, your hopes, your fears, your biggest insecurities, and you're like, okay, that's very interesting, and there's a curiosity about it, and you're able to really now cut through the heart of the matter, and you're able to do it quickly. The pain that you have underwent and undergone, it's like broken you open and allowed this like light, your inner light, to shine more brightly. And it's like for like a weaker man, for a lesser soul, for somebody who's less evolved, what you've undergone would have broken them. But just know, the fact that you have this tenacity, and you're able to like rebuild and like pick up the pieces and like evolve, that is really at your benefit right now. Yeah. You're seeing the end quickly of like these negative emotional cycles that you've been in, and things are changing quickly, and it's like you're entering a much happier and brighter phase of your life. And so let all of these things that you're feeling and you're experiencing be the confirmation that you are on your correct path, that you are being seen. And that's going to mean something very different for each and every person in this collective. You being seen is going to be able to help you for whatever it is. It's like, it could be like you wanting to get a job opportunity, you wanting to start a new career, you wanting your, like if you're an entrepreneur, your business, if you're an influencer, having eyes on you is a very good thing. Or even if you're like an employee, it's like finally you're being recognized for what it is you do well. And there is a very, very strong energy for my singles out there, or even my people in a relationship who are kind of looking to maybe, jump ship and see what's out there. You are incredibly attractive right now. There are a lot of people coming forward who see you as a total hottie and a cutie, because you a cutie bestie. And there's like something so like attractive and like magnetic that just like wait and see, and literally see how like all of a sudden there's gonna be people like looking at you, lingering near you. It's like if you see some, like if you're out at a coffee shop and you just notice like you're waiting in line and somebody keeps like looking at you, but they're ahead of you in line. It's like, I'm just saying, why this man? I'm just speaking for myself. Why this man keep looking at me? Honey, we both know you a cutie, and like if it is something you're wanting right now, hey. But that is your choice to accept it or not. So just know you're very, very attractive and magnetic right now. And the reason, it's just like it's all falling into place. It's all this inner work you've been doing. And because of this inner work, things are changing very quickly internally. And it's a season right now of you doing the work internally. Like, I love giving like prosperity messages, but this is a message of like you are in a state of preparation to receive. So it's like the work you're doing now it is very, very imperative you do it, because it's like you're almost like it's a bowl and there's all this like clutter in it, and you're just picking out all the clutter, and then all of a sudden once the bowl is like ready, it's like gonna be filled with gold. Not a bad fate for the bowl. But it's like this work is very, very important because you're in preparation. So it's very much a time where internally you're doing the work and you don't have to worry about the external world, because it's like opportunities are coming, offers of love are coming pardon me, for my beautiful cutie collective. And it's about allowing things to happen as they do. But just know, the more internal work you're doing, you're very adept at this. You're very good at traversing. I want to call you an emotional cartographer. You're able to look within yourself and kind of like map out your emotions and really feel it and move through it. And be able to kind of, like, if you journal, be able to really, really like go into detail about it. And that is going to really serve you moving forward. But yeah, that is the message that I got. Yeah. I'm really tapped into your energy, bestie, because we're right back to where we were at the beginning when I was saying, what was I doing here? That energy of like, wait, where am I? What am I doing? But you know what you're doing. You're healing. And with all of that being said, I love you so, so much, bestie. And until next time, bye.